And then I went, I can't believe you'd say something like that about our coworker.
What is this podcast right now? This is Schlatt just
You
going against me.
You better find the 8 pages, Ted, because he's fucking slender, man. That sucks.
I'm gonna recognize it though. Very nice pun, Charlie.
Thank you. I got to get one in every episode, or else it doesn't count. We can't release it.
I realized on the last podcast I missed out. I don't know what happened, but I just didn't hear you say it. But you made this really funny joke about that marsupial, and you said I don't want to go to that frat or something.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, I thought, yeah, Schlatt liked that one.
For those of you on the podcast who are listening who are very upset about this situation, I would like to formally apologize for missing Charlie's joke.
Ted likes to do this. He likes to make these formal apologies publicly before he shames and abuses us behind the scenes.
I know.
Immediately
You know what? We've started calling him behind the scenes, but don't tell Ted this. We call him Two-Faced Teddy because of how nicely he treats us on the outside, but then how poorly he treats us on the inside. And I just know you could just tell that we're not lying because of the way Ted looks right now on camera. I mean, holy crap! You see the guy?
Zoom in on his face.
Zoom in on his face.
I'm just there's something.
My mouth is just agape.
It's
the vertically.
It's the micro. You can see it in the micro expressions if you've ever studied the micro expressions. Look at the skin.
The subtle twitch in his eyeball.
I can see it. I know it's there. That's the twitch of Two-Faced Teddy.
Two-Faced Teddy. That's what we call him.
This is fucking bullshit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Two-Faced Teddy was a serial killer.
We're coming across on like the halfway point mark in the podcast where we have literally just been talking shit about Ted for 30 minutes. Listen,
I'm
man,
an innocent man.
It wouldn't be so out of control if you weren't just such a piece of shit to us, man.
That's what I say.
I am an innocent man just trying to make my way in the world. And I come in, I try to have a nice little podcast with my two pals, Charles and Jay Schlatt.
Shut up, Ted. I got a fucking gorilla lamp.
You're a piece of
right
shit.
to my right. It's changing colors.
Are we doing Monkey Lamp 2? Are we actually going to do Monkey Lamp 2?
We're not going to do Monkey Lamp 2 again, but I'm just saying I have a gorilla lamp. It's been on in the shot, and it's been changing colors.
I have a donut neon sign.
Does it change colors?
It doesn't change colors, but pretty much every other LED in my place does.
I can change the color of my lighting. I'm going to do that.
Oh, do you know what I do have? Behind me, in my streaming setup, I have at Target, I found a dinosaur, like a T-Rex head. It's a nightlight, though, so I have a nightlight in my office. So there's another piece of little, that's some ammo for you right there. You can make fun of me for having a nightlight.
No, I'm not going to make fun of you for having a nightlight.
Oh, what the fuck?
We're not going to stoop to your level, Ted.
Yeah, Ted.
What is my level?
Ted really just said, be as rude as I am to you, you know?
You're a sick beast. You're like a feral
beast?
You're like a feral hog running amok.
You call me a feral hog?
Feral hog running around the West Coast amongst all the other feral hogs that live there.
Oh, I know.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just
Bunch
feral
of feral
hogs in these zip up suits.
Yep.
I'm just at a loss for words. At the level of true and out of control slander that has occurred on this secondary Chuckle Sandwich podcast.
I can't see your webcam right now, but you're probably killing someone.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of wish I was.
I think you would be. And you know what, Charlie and Ted, if I could say one thing that would help Ted's situation out a little bit, you know what you could do?
I doubt it will, but go for it.
No, I think it will. Ted, you know what you could do? You can fucking cry about it, all right? You big baby. You fucking cry about it. How's that? Put that in your pipe and smoke.
This entire podcast is giving me flashbacks to like my childhood right now. Of like being the odd one out in a friend group. This is.
I've only seen him cry one Schlatt, and when I did it was one tear, and the tear was black.
Wow, that's crazy. How
Sorry,
you saw that?
That's my demon inside. That's Osmodeus.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He's screaming to come out.
Well, I mean, that's all I really have
No,
to
I
say
won't do that. I won't kill them. What?
Not looking forward to after this episode. I don't know if I'm gonna be sticking around for much longer on the show here.
I'm surprised that we made it to a second one, to be honest.
Okay, that actually segues us. That segues us perfectly into the topic that I brought up here in the chat.
Yes.
Which would we say, we've had a good run so far, best and worst Chuckle Sandwich episodes, go, right now. Go on, let's hear it.
So far, if I had to say, probably this one for me, you know?
This one is the best, I think Ted was about to say.
No.
I think Ted was about to say that this one was the best episode.
I think it's less about the best and worst and more about the truth. And Schlatt, it's important we get it out there.
I think it is. No more lies.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, Ted? Cry tar?
You know, I just might. And I didn't know I'd find myself on the fake news episode
like Ben
of the
Shapiro
Chocolate Sandwich
now.
Farm podcast.
That's how we know we've got him cornered. You got no facts and logic left, Ted.
This is fake news purported by the Schlatt and Charlie mainstream media that's going on right now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
No. Look, Ted, I mean, it's not our fault that we exposed you, okay? You had this coming. This is your comeuppance.
It is beyond belief right now that Schlatt felt so bad about being absent from yesterday's recording that he spent an entire half an hour riling Charlie up and getting an entire set of false claims against me.
False claims?
You know, it's weird. It's weird. I wasn't even thinking these things before the podcast, but the memories just started flooding back.
Charlie, I think the biggest betrayal in this podcast so far has been from you. Because I remember when we were sitting in the call yesterday, waiting for Schlatt, who never showed up, by the way.
Yeah, because he's a hero, Ted. He's a hero.
Sue me. I was shoveling my elderly neighbor's entire house.
I'm going to say this once, and I'm not going to say it again. The jury's out on that one, big boy.
Oh, the jury's out? The jury's out?
Who are these elderly neighbors?
I got all the proof right in my hands right here. You can see they're bloody and battered.
Probably because you know what? I think that you have the opposite effect of a Disney princess, where the wildlife doesn't befriend you, it attacks you. I think that's what happened.
I'm like a shitty King Midas.
Schlatt has a rabies radius.
Yeah, all the animals in the local area that have rabies are just attracted to him. Just come at him.
Wildlife don't get close to me. I shoot them.
Okay, now you've got two conflicting narratives, man. Listen, are you the good guy, or do you give the wildlife rabies and then shoot him? You gotta pick one.
I think the moral of the story, Charlie, is that there's a lot of gray between the black and white.
Okay, which one?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I really don't know.
He's just speaking in riddles now.
Ted, listen, man. This is a great opportunity. You gotta switch the topic fast, or he's gonna pull me back in.
Okay.
And you're gonna be fucked.
Your career's Charlie, did I ever tell you the time?
No.
That Tenjamin Nivison II walked up to me and said, "I hate Charles Slimesicle."
Oh, that reminds me of a time too.
Oh, does it?
That reminds
Is
me
it
of a
dredging
time
up the old memory, the old memory machine?
Me and he pulled out a picture of you. And he pulled out a little pocket lighter and he started burning it, just laughing in front of me. He just started laughing.
Ted, what the hell has gotten into you?
This is out of control. This is... I don't even know what to say at this point to you guys.
SMHing my head right now, Ted.
He pulled out one of your little U2s with like some pins in it and like stitches, and he's like, and he said, "I hope this works," and he ripped the arm off.
He made a Udo doll?
A Udo doll? I do not own any Udo dolls.
A Voodoo's.
A voodoo.
Some U2's voodoo magic. Oh, God.
Yeah, you don't own it anymore because you burned it and then hit it with a car.
Exactly. It's really weird that you did that. But, you know, I'm willing to put our differences aside. And, oh, my God, are there differences. I'm willing to put it all aside in the pursuit of making is just sucking as much money out of this podcast as possible.
Yeah, we're supposed to make a lot of money from this, I'd say.
Okay, we are poised, and I mean, holy shit.
After everything, you know, Ted, not sure if the three-way split's
whoa.
really
Charlie is the one that can't get past the fake claims of misdoing right now. Charlie, you're that.
Really don't know, man. I just, you know, I thought I knew who you were, but in these last 30 minutes where Schlatt has said all of these things that are, it's pretty obvious that you've just been putting on this front with me for a long time.
I think with my little brain.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Exactly. That me and Charlie's appearance on this podcast is worth more than Ted's. And so maybe we work out some kind of 40-40-20.
Oh, I think that's
the words you're saying right now. You guys just show up.
Maybe even a 50-30-20.
Oh, well, hang on, Ted.
This is like the
Listen,
forced takeover of a business.
One time Schlatt walked up to me with a picture of you.
Oh.
And he pulled out this lighter.
Oh, did he?
And he just set it on fire and he just started laughing.
Wait a second, like that maniacal laugh that he does every now and then?
And
He
I'm
did
proud of
that
it.
exact same laugh. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm proud of it.
You know,
and
now
I'll do
that
it
I'm
again.
thinking about it.
Okay,
now that
Schlatt.
I'm thinking about it. Where was Schlatt yesterday for the podcast we were supposed to record?
That is a very interesting point, Charlie.
50%,
and I think that
50%.
let me raise you this right now and shut the fuck up, Schlatt, because I've got something to say. One time at a convention, and he pulled out your YouTubes, right?
Yeah.
And he said, "Haven't you ever seen anything in your life
As ugly as this.
And I said, Schlatt, that's a really rude thing to say about Charlie's YouTubes. I know he worked really hard on that, and he was really proud of that." And he said, "I don't give a dog's damn." And he threw it on the ground, and he stomped on it. And then he maniacally laughed.
Spit on it.
I'm laughing at that. I'm laughing at that.
I don't believe that laugh. I don't think that laugh was true.
Ted, I think we gotta get this guy out of here, man. I don't trust this guy.
We already signed the contract. It's mine. 50%.
I never signed a contract. I never signed anything.
I like how there's always like a contract, like that, but there never is one.
What do you mean there never is one? I mean, I've signed it.
That's how devils work.
Yeah. They're called verbal agreements.
Verbal agreements.
Yeah. They'll kill you.
So they get
They'll
you.
kill you for
That's how they
sure.
get you.
Speaking of killing, though, I've got a fun topic for you
segue.
guys. A little segue, a little whoop. Here we go. We're in another topic here. Perfect crime.
What do you mean?
I honestly
Just in
think
general?
it's
would you
already been. I
commit?
think it's already been. I think Schlatt already committed it here on the show.
He did. He committed a crime to my my public outlook in a nifty. How long has it been? A nifty 36 minutes.
Somehow, I've got the ePDF. I've got it e-signed right here. Looks like somehow he has in the past retroactively changed the contract.
Wow.
To
How
be
did he
taking
do that?
50%. I don't know.
50%, I did it. I did it. And Charlie's got 30 and Ted's got 20.
Oh my God! What a ruthless businessman at it again.
Here's the thing, Ted. I mean, there's a reason why these claims will hurt you so much more than they'll hurt me. The claims
What are
that have
these?
been levied
What
against you
even
in
are
this
these claims?
podcast.
I haven't even been able to keep track of all
I'm
of them.
stopping this. I'm stopping this. Let's take it back to the actual topic you pitched, Ted, because dude, I am just sorry for you at this point.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll move on. I'll move on.
No. How would you commit the perfect crime? Let's establish together. What is this crime? Is it murder? Is it theft? Is it arson?
I'd walk up to somebody, blow their brains out with my shotgun, and flip my driver's license down on flips.
That just seems like like a prison speed run.
It really does, man.
That doesn't seem like the perfect crime. That seems like, in fact, I'd go as far to say that seems like the opposite. Schlatt.
It seems like an open and shut case.
The only thing that could possibly be faster is like, I guess a crashing your car into a jail cell.
Yeah, I suppose.
Straight from A to B. The cops show up. It's like, hey guys, I mean, I saved you the trouble.
Yeah,
So
but you
it's-
also got to make sure that you run on the way to the prison. You go through like multiple speed traps, just going 100 over the speed limit too.
You're
Get a
like
couple
throwing all
tickets
your
on the way, too.
belongings out the window early, like switching into an already like existing prison suit. Clothes are flying out the window. You're speeding right towards yourself.
Yeah, and then you get some littering fines with that too by throwing your clothing out the window.
And then when you're in death row, you come up with some poignant message to say for your last words that it's featured in like some TikTok and famous last words.
Yeah.
You get your bowl of mac and cheese, and they go before they pull the lever on the chair. They go, any last words, and then I go something like.
You go, it's the mac and cheese for me, and then you get your fucking head cut off.
Why does this mac and
TikTok would
cheese
love
make?
that.
Why does this mac and cheese make me uncomfy in between those sparkle emojis?
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
this dude, this sparkle emojis.
You had you were on some sparklies today, Schlatt, with your tweet. Schlatt tweeted today, and he said, what did you tweet today?
I said nothing gives me more serotonin than imagining my favorite content creators fucking each other in the ass.
And then I replied, again with the sparkles, it's the fucking each other in the ass for me.
Never in my life would I think that something like that could get 206,000 likes on it.
In the first day, I mean, we're not even done. I mean, this is going to get so many more likes.
Yeah, no, you got to think about the interest that this is going to generate.
Exactly. Ted, I guarantee you there's a person listening right now that has imagined us in some context having
don't, editor.
having
Just get
gay
on this.
sex.
Just get on this early.
Yeah, no, that's
raunchy,
definitely
just disgusting, just hot, sweaty gay sex.
Why do you get 50?
Just
Yeah.
beautiful.
You should
Yeah,
not
can we
get 50
readdress
for
that?
this.
Can we bring it back to that? Why
you
does
should
Schlatt
get
get 50%?
you should get 2 or 3 for this.
Yeah,
You should be in the single fucking digits, dude.
I think that he should get the crumbs from Charlie's granola bar in his back pocket for
I
this.
completely agree. I'm gonna hand you a Ziploc bag full of like lint and granola, and that is what you are going to get.
I'll tell you what's going to happen, Schlatt.
What's gonna happen?
Because you've got your little rabies radius, we're going to exile you to somewhere in the north, all right? Not going to tell you where in the north. There's going to be a bag over your head.
Fine. I'm no pussy, Ted. I'm not gonna run away from the north like you did.
Yo. This is what you're going to get, Schlatt. And this is going to be your payment for the podcast, okay? You're going to get...
okay.
You got your guns already. You're just going to get your monthly ammo allowance and a computer. And you're going to show up on the podcast, and you can take care of the animals that come to kill
Very,
you
very
as you
low
wish.
caliber.
Yeah, 22s.
Nothing
You're
is
gonna
going
give me
to die in
22s?
one shot.
You're gonna give me 22s?
Yeah, you're going to get
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
BB gun.
Fucking shit.
It's going to be especially fun when the rabies bears come, the grizzlies.
And you're gonna get two notes. One is gonna say survive in blood, and the other one is going to say next podcast recording is on Monday.
And you know what? You put me in fucking Siberia with those 2 notes, and I'll show up for the next one.
Oh, so Ted, look, we found a way to get him to show up on time.
By Sunday, I'll be back.
This is
and then,
great.
And then you
we
know
found
what?
a way.
And then you know what I'll say? I'll say, hey guys, sorry I can't make it this time. I was stranded in Siberia, and my bones kind of hurt.
Stupid excuse.
My
Stupid
God,
excuse.
him and his stupid bones. Schlatt, have you ever considered, not having bones? You ever considered that one?
I've considered drinking milk, actually, and I do it quite often, unlike you.
What?
Ted, for someone that calls himself the milkman, you drink a very small amount of milk.
What are you talking
Well, hang
about?
on, hang on. I am having
okay.
a very tough time. I'm having a very tough time distinguishing fact from
Whoa.
fiction right now. Ted, I'd like to turn it over to you. How much milk do you drink? Discuss.
I have cereal.
I bet he doesn't even drink milk once a day.
Schlatt, listen, I know you want to defame him, but just give him 1 second.
My
Yeah.
daily breakfast is cereal, okay? I have it with milk. And I also drink a variety of types of milk. I will admit that. But I do almost always have a half gallon of whole or 2% milk. Never 1%, never skim.
Wait, you have a half gallon of milk a day?
No, not half. What are you talking about, Charlie?
I don't know. You just why? Who keeps just a half gallon?
There is always an accessible half-gallon container of milk in my fridge at any given time. Not saying that I necessarily drink a half gallon of milk, but it's there in case someday maybe I'm feeling like I'm.
Fair assumption, I think.
Sometimes maybe I might feel like I want to drink a half gallon of milk, Charlie.
One day you're gonna step 2 steps instead of 1 down the stairs, and your shin's gonna splinter.
I have never broken a bone in my entire life. And you know what? I don't know if I can say the same for you or Schlatt.
I haven't.
I doubt that. I seriously doubt that.
You
I've
actually
broken a
doubt that?
bone.
Oh, Schlatt's broken a bone.
I've broken a bone.
Wow.
I've broken a bone. But I will say this was very early in my life, and I did not know how to think for myself.
As if that's an excuse.
Well, I mean, come on. I'll tell you exactly how it happened, Ted. I mean, this is what the fuck? You're bashing on people who don't know better now, Ted?
Yep.
This is some allegory of the cave bullshit.
when it's
and
coming
you're
to
on
breaking
top.
bones,
And you know what?
you
You're
know,
holding the
you don't need to-
goddamn,
you don't need to tell us that-
goddamn smoke signals.
You don't need to tell me the story, man. It was Ted, wasn't it?
It was Ted. Yeah.
Son of a bitch, we're getting back into this.
So let me tell you how it happened. I was playing baseball. I was out in the outfield, actually. I don't typically play the outfield, and that's how I knew the air was off. You know,
Something
the
was
energies,
wrong.
the vibes in the baseball field were a little off. I usually played first base, or I was pitching. So I was actually out in the outfield. I was playing center field, and then the pitcher winds up, kicks his leg up, throws the ball, and the batter swings. And oh my God, that ball is coming straight for me. It's a pop fly. It's just like I gotta track it down. I'm not too I don't have that much experience in the outfield, right? I don't know what's going on in the outfield. So I try my best to track the ball down, but I catch it, and then he's out, and I throw it back, and then Ted Nivison fucking runs into the field with a baseball bat and fucking hits me with it, crushing all the bones in my hand. And there I go.
Man.
I'm in a cast for 7 weeks.
And I would do it again, you
It's
motherfucker.
disgusting. It's disgusting that you did that to me, Ted. It's disgusting.
Weird how most of that story actually didn't matter in the end.
Yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible how I almost genuinely believe that this was a story about Schlatt breaking a bone in his body, and it just turned out to be a ruse the entire time.
You had me. No, I think so. So where it was gonna go, right, is you tried to catch it and it broke your finger or something.
Yeah, I actually was with the glove in my hand. I put it out because there was a line drive straight at me, and my thumb was kind of in the glove, and it boom
How
right
old
on
were you
my
when
left
this happened?
thumb. I was in 7th grade. I was in 7th grade, yeah, and it landed right on my thumb, and it fucking crushed it. It was so broken. Me and my dad, after the doubleheader, went to watch the Transformers movie with Shia LaBeouf, and it was okay.
Oh, the first one?
It all works out.
We got a cup of ice. My dad was like, "Hey, my son's thumb is probably broken right now, so can we just get a cup of ice that he can put it in, that he can put the thumb in while we watch Transformers?"
My son's thumb is a transformer.
And while we don't do anything about his thumb.
Wait, so you went straight from the baseball game to the Transformers movie? There was no like, oh, let's get this checked out?
No.
Hey man, when you got tickets, you gotta make the show.
Yeah, exactly. The show goes
That's so funny. My mom went into labor with me while my dad and her were watching. It was it 300 or was it was some Spartan movie, and my dad wanted to stay.
Dads are fucking awesome, dude.
Dads are awesome.
It wasn't 300 because 300 was 2006. It was some fucking Spartan movie.
It was a Spartan movie?
Yeah, I was like coming out, and he was like, "No, this is the good part."
Oh man.
Okay, unrelated. This you brought something up that I think I discussed on the first episode, but it brought me back to it because we were talking about breaking bones. I feel like I should have broken a bone by now. I think it's kind of lame that I haven't because I've flung myself around plenty of times, and I'd like to also address.
Yeah, you're a parkour kid, weren't you?
One of my I was, and I definitely should have broken something from the amount of just like stupid shit and like. I absolutely love being launched at high speeds without consequences.
Okay,
clown?
so
How is this a circus?
okay, you said
I
this
love getting
last
into
If I had a
podcast.
superpower, it would be to become indestructible from where I jumped until like I was done bouncing on the ground when I landed.
Okay, Schlatt, do you remember that Charlie said something very similar to this last time, and we said that we would get back to it, but we never did?
I don't remember.
Because I genuinely believe this. Like, the reason parkour is so fun to me as well is because you obviously get very good at, like, absorbing stuff and sort of moving your momentum around. But when you got, like, when you're in, like, a gym and it's, like, spring floor and all this foam shit, there's nothing more fun than just stacking up a bunch of blocks, looking at it and being like, I hope I can get over this. And then you just fucking send it and, like, maybe do, but most of the time not. And it's very, very funny.
I will say that one of the most valued birthday parties to go to as a kid, as far as I remember, was the ones that happened at the gymnastics gym place. You guys ever go to any of those?
Yeah, those were a
specifically
blast.
because of the foam pit. The foam pit is like the #1 kid dream because of exactly what you're saying, of being able to fall from or do stupid shit like do flips or whatever the fuck stuff that you can't normally do on hard ground without any consequences whatsoever.
I will say, every time I fall into a foam pit, like, the amount of effort required to get out always makes me think, like, this is it. I'm going in. I'm going into, like, I'm going into, like, the foam abyss, like, the pocket dimension beneath every foam pit, which I believe is definitely there, right? Like, that's not just me.
Yeah.
If
That's
you
the
go
portal.
deep
The portal.
enough,
You'll wind up in the end. You'll be fighting the Ender Dragon. You go too
fight
far
the
down
Ender
there.
Dragon.
It just
Oh my
opens up
God.
into an abyss, and then all of a sudden you're in Minecraft, like that
I
meat
love
canyon.
those. Exactly,
No.
dude.
Okay, for real. You are a sick fuck if you try to get to the bottom of a foam pit, there is something wrong with your brain. Because there's definitely a presence down there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. In the most realistic sense, there's probably a bunch of...
Or needles or disease.
Definitely disease, because the amount of, like, gross kids...
Yep. Foam pits are disgusting.
If there's
dude.
anything
Oh my
we've
God.
learned from coronavirus, it's that people are gross and kids are the grossest. And I think that a foam pit, you probably got food down there, rotting food, maybe.
Stop. Oh my God, this is making it awful.
Fucking pencils that you could land on, maybe.
Pencils, graphite.
Yeah, fucking.
Ted Nevison's down there. He fucking grabs you by the ankles.
This reminds me of
Stabs you.
one time.
Jimmy.
This reminds me of one time. I was practicing. I was first learning
wait,
how to
hold
do a
on.
flip. And now I'm terrified to do it because I jump in and I actually land it for the first time in my life. And I cheer and I put my hands up and I kind of like go in straight. And something grabs my leg. And I look down and it's Ted Nivison right there just
my
grabbing
God.
my leg.
How did I know?
His arm
How did I
coming
know that
out
was
of
gonna
there.
happen?
I had a feeling that
Jesus Christ.
it was working towards that. Man, I'm a real piece of shit,
I'm
aren't I?
I'm not done. I kick his hand off and I swim and I struggle all the while he's laughing beneath me. And I finally get to the edge and I take my coach's hand and he grabs me and I pull myself up and I look my coach in the eyes and it's Ted Nivison and then he
Whoa!
breaks my hand.
No!
I was also your coach?
Yeah.
Such a bad guy.
He's not a good guy. He's not
Awful
a good guy.
Awful guy.
I know that Twitter gets this wrong a lot, but at this point, this is definitely gaslighting.
Okay, hang on. I want to get back into where we started with this, which is this not a similar feeling to experience? Being launched at high speeds without repercussion is something that is so much fucking fun.
I've never done that. I gotta say, I've never launched myself.
I have one. Okay, those inflatable race courses, the ones that you like dive through and like jump around?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, what?
that shit. You don't know these? Like birthday parties or something? Is this?
Inflatable race courses?
Like, okay, Schlatt, imagine like a bouncy castle, but it is an obstacle course. It's the same concept and operates the same way as a bouncy castle, but it is
Is
an
it like
obstacle
in a
course.
building? Is it a blow up thing?
I'm gonna put a picture of it in the chat so you can maybe get a visual because I think you would know what these are.
Okay, please, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, you sound like worried about this.
I'm just worried. Maybe I wasn't invited to. Oh yeah,
All right,
I know what
it's
that is. Yeah, I know
you know what
that
this is.
Yeah.
Okay, those are really fucking fun to me because since everything doesn't hurt and your goal is to go as fast as you can, it's the rush that I've been looking for my whole life.
Do you know what I'm imagining now, post-corona? Charlie just frothing at the mouth, running through the summer streets, looking for birthday parties
Yes!
of small kids just trying to have a good birthday party for their kid. All of a sudden, comes out of nowhere. Clear the way, everyone! Clear the way! I'm coming!
I'm getting a PB!
Charlie-
I'm getting a PB! I dive in head first!
Charlie is sprinting full speed, going.
Here's the trick with the slide. Is what you do, you get to the top, and then you kick off and you just want to flip over. Because if you get up there and slide, you're losing time.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is just launch yourself and then just tuck into a ball. That's what you want to do.
He's just going through as fast as possible. He sees a kid, he just fucking clotheslines him.
I take him, I crunch him up and put him in the tube so he can't expand and get out.
Wait, what?
What?
You turned the kid into a fucking
okay.
pretzel?
Maybe we should talk about that for a bit.
Yeah, let's address this.
You know that the tubes you dive in at the front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well if you're curled up, upright in those tubes, you can't stand up. I would know because I've gone through a lot of these because I really like going
Dude,
fast
you are
without
such a fucking
consequences.
problem child. After the last two episodes, getting stung, getting chased by raccoons, getting stuck in a tube
I
in
love
an
this
inflatable
shit. I love
course.
this shit, dude.
You were wild, weren't you?
He's wild.
The one thing that I can't get into is tricking and free running. That shit is so fucking scary to me. Even
What,
though
like-
I love
Doing flips and
it just seems like needless well, the difference between parkour and tricking and free running, the difference is parkour is basically the philosophy is of point A to point B
as fast as
you
possible.
can. At a base level, it actually evolved from military obstacle course training was where parkour was originated.
Really?
from.
I thought it was fucking French people doing shit on the rooftops or something like that.
That's where it like went eventually.
But tricking is like whenever you look up a parkour.
Oh yeah, so free running is like the same thing, but with flips, and tricking is just the flips. Tricking is it is just like crazy shit, flipping around, doing all sorts of nuts stuff.
Okay.
Not so much about that, because to me it just feels like I'm just gonna break my skull open at any given moment. Whereas parkour, at least, most of the time, you get to keep your head above your feet, which is nice.
And you're not upside down.
Yeah,
as you
that's
jump from building to building.
Dude, even like a Kong vault is where you need to get your feet above your head. You basically turn into a fucking torpedo over something, and like Kong over it. Even that was like a really hard one for me to get, because you need to, like, the feeling that you get when you put your feet above your head and you're moving very fast is really scary, and a lot of people don't enjoy that.
I can imagine.
I will say that when I was younger, I did do. There's like this local like indoor sports area thing, and they ran classes. And at one point, I was able to do a parkour class. So I did do. I was interested in parkour for a little bit of my life. So for some time, I think when you say that torpedo thing you were talking about, that's like when you're say running towards like a fucking. Picnic table, like a picnic table.
Picnic table's perfect. Everyone does it on picnic tables. You dive first, and then essentially your legs go up. You hit with your hands to send your legs back down, and then you catch yourself with your legs.
You catch yourself with your legs?
Well, so like if you picture you're sort of this fulcrum, and your legs are moving up, and then you like you push against the table in a way that switches the fulcrum momentum, and you move your legs down.
Right. I was imagining in my head when you said catch yourself with your legs that like you ended by looking like you're about to do a cannonball or some bullshit.
You just turn into a ball and just
just jump over a picnic table and curl into a ball and then just roll and turn into fucking monkey ball.
All right, that would be actually a prime way for me to break my first bone.
Yeah, it would be definitely a respectable way too.
And then if you manage to do it without sustaining any major injuries, then Ted just shows up with a baseball bat and finishes the fucking job.
And make sure that I do. Dash vault. Dash vault is a really hard one for people too. That's the feet first one.
I've done that one before.
Yeah, it's a little fucky because
you need to get a lot of air if you want to do something like that.
Yeah, you do. And it's hard if you're doing it outside, because you're like, I'm gonna fucking hit my feet against this and then fall down, and it's gonna suck.
But if you were good at it, I did basketball and stuff when I was younger and stuff, but I've never really been able to jump that high. And I'm a big dude, so I feel like parkour just wasn't really for me. I feel like parkour works better when you're one of those people that are a bit small on the smaller side in terms of height, but you can jump really high.
But you're springy.
Yeah,
springy. No, it depends. You don't need to jump high for a lot of stuff, because a lot of stuff you can kick off and be okay.
Yeah. Goddamn. You're fantastic, Charlie.
Hey, listen, man. I like this stuff a lot, so I ended up going on a big tangent about it.
We're all just so great here.
I'm sorry to. I'm sorry. Yeah, Schlatt and I are.
Great. We're great people. And then there's Ted, also. Ted, don't give us that look. I know the look you're giving, and it's just that stereotypical Ted Nivison. Oh, that's all, folks. Look.
I recognize this look because he said the same thing to me. That's all, folks.
What does that mean? What does "that's all, folks" mean? What type of face is that?
That's the line Ted delivers before he kills his victims. That's all, folks.
It is.
I mean, that would be
the last thing you'll ever hear.
It is definitely terrifying. I'll do it like the pig from the Looney Tunes.
Exactly.
That's all, folks.
Oh man, that is terrifying. And I wear a pig mask too, like it's a fucking purge.
Oh, so that's who that was.
You ran into me on the street or something while I was in the middle of my murder? I'm wondering what the response is going to be.
Next episode? All right, how about this? Next episode, we can do me, and then the one after that, we can do Schlatt. We can just slander us all in order.
I think that this podcast began with it intending to slander Schlatt, but he did a masterful job of just turning that around and getting Charlie on his side, and I'm pissed off about it. Let me tell ya.
This is how it works.
Hey, Ted, maybe if you weren't such a reckless, dangerous, and problematic person, it wouldn't have gone down like this.
Holy
Yep.
shit, man.
Yep,
This
yep.
is
So,
ridiculous.
I will see you guys in the skies, launching myself at the highest speeds I can maintain.
This has been the Chuckle Sandwich Party.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
And we'll Sam you later.